and welcome to the podcast. I'm Risa.
And I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. As a reminder, this podcast is rated T for teen for strong language and mature themes.
If you don't like that, then that's okay. Just don't be a dick about it. I'm so tired. There are other podcasts out there that are family friendly and they're good. And I know that we got the name for one sister, but I don't have it.
Stay tuned for mystery.
That was it.
She's
good.
Lovely. She ran in the Speedathon this year, so it was very nice to get to interact with her and stuff. She ran Stay Tuned for Danger and did some amazing, impressions. So, and despite not being part of the Nancy Drew trivia, she was in chat and she got almost every single answer correct. So, highly recommend.
Wonderful.
Even the ones that I put in there. So I'm just saying. Actually, for the Nancy Drew Speedathon, the Nancy Drew Trivia Party, they did not take the questions that Ariana and I had come up with a while ago because they were too hard. They also decided to not go for like a Jeopardy style thing. So I was like, okay, fine. I guess.
They're too good for Jeopardy.
So, what are we talking about today, sister?
Today we are talking about our Nancy Drew headcanons.
We sure are. So, speaking of the Speedathon, during the Secret of the Old Clock run, which was a race, and to be honest, there was a lot going on Mike, so I don't know why this happened, but we got to a point in the race where I remember what happened. We were talking about Josiah Crowley, and I said, okay, someone donate this amount, and I'll tell you my Josiah Crowley headcanon. And so someone did, and then I was like, okay, and I said, you guys know our headcanon about Josiah Crowley. She was a time traveler. She moved to the future so she could transition to become Prudence Rutherford. Mm-hmm. So I think that's completely factual. That's not even a headcanon. That's just what happens. That
is just the way the cookie crumbled.
It is. So that then spawned me saying if people donated money and gave me a topic, I would come up with a headcanon about it, which I can't remember the other ones that happened, because then someone donated to make me explain the entirety of Midsummer Night's Dream. Which I got so into that I missed the person who actually won the game when it was time. But thankfully everyone in chat was watching it, and I was able to keep the time going for the person who didn't win, so it was fine.
Nice.
But I was like, okay, so then.
But here's the thing. It's the wrong Athenian.
Exactly. I was just really into it. So that gave us the idea for this podcast, which was give us your Nancy Drew topics, and we will tell you either our headcanon for it that we already have, or we come up with one on the spot. Yep. So we asked on Discord, Tumblr, and Instagram. Where do we want to start?
Let's start on Tumblr.
Let's start on Tumblr. Okay. So on Tumblr, we were asked, what do y'all think happens with Ned, Bess, and George when Nancy leaves for a case? I know that we know some of the stuff that they are doing, like how in Trail the Twister, the three went spelunking. But what other things do y'all think they do? I think... Go on.
Well, I was just gonna say, I'm sure we've talked about our Ned and Bess, fan fiction we wanted to put together, where it was they are left behind during the holidays, and there's this whole big, yes, we've talked about it. That is absolutely one of my major headcanons that has happened or is going to happen sometime soon.
Yes. We've talked about specifically because of Ghost of Thornton Hall. where Bess and Ned are spending time together. And that's always just been so wholesome that, yeah, we just kind of decided that those two specifically get left out a lot. So I think that they bond quite a bit while
They're the normies.
George is off at school. It's true, they are the normies. And that's, you know what? Good for them.
That's fine.
I think they go on friend dates.
Yes.
I think so.
They just go get milkshakes.
Yeah, they go to Scoop.
Yeah.
Obviously. Okay. Then we were asked, okay, I don't really know how to word this, but like things that you feel are implied by the games despite never being outright stated, like how Cosme drowning in the bath wasn't an accident. Do you guys have any other theories like that?
I mean, so many.
Yes. I would say one of my like biggest ones on that is about like Clara Thornton and all of the stuff. We've talked about Ghost of Thornton Hall and what we think is, so I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna take myself out of Ghost of Thornton Hall because that's too easy. And also, you guys do know that I think the easiest one to say here actually is that Moira and Kate were girlfriends. And it was completely fine with Carson because he was like, it's fine. They have something going, and I'm secure enough in my relationship with Kate that I know that she's got enough for both of us. So that's my biggest. It's definitely there, but they don't state it outright.
Yeah, very much so. What's another one? God, we definitely have so many. Sorry, I have to find them in my brain. Shoot. Why am I
Let's
blanking?
think about a random game and come up with one.
Okay.
Let's think. Okay.
See, I feel like the problem is we have so many of those that they are just like baked into the games. We forget what's our headcanon and what's actually said in the game. Yeah.
Like how we accidentally gaslit a bunch of people into thinking that Nancy kills Victor at the end of Deadly Device. I mean, we didn't gaslight people. That happens. He dies. She kills him.
Somehow gaslighting. They prop his body up and he's like, they slouch him over like that. It's so
weird. They put his corpse in jail.
It's like, God damn, this is gruesome, y'all.
I'm just saying.
Nancy murdered a murderer.
She did, though. She murdered that man.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Secret of the Scarlet Hand? What's something there that... I mean, the thing there that I'm pretty sure is it's outright there. Henrik and Taylor used to be... They were a situationship. They were. They went into the black market together, and he called him Big Bunny. I'm just saying that it's all there. And also, Taylor Sinclair killed that couple. He killed those people by turning off their air conditioning.
Yep.
He killed those old people.
Yeah. Honestly, I think because it's a Nancy Drew game and everything is all, like, cleanly, in terms of how they portray certain things. But, I mean, I feel like there were a lot of things Taylor trafficked, basically, is my major, like, headcanon, and it's part of it's like that. That's me explaining why he, makes me feel so fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's kind of. I kind of want to be like, keep that man away from Poppy Dada. That's all I'm saying.
Leave Poppy alone.
Like. Okay. So, do you have any headcanons or theories about the Drews or Nancy and her friends as kids? I think, in my opinion, that when Nancy was a kid, she asked for a video game console, and she got it, and then it stopped working, and so George took it apart, but to find if something was wrong with it. No, sorry. Nancy originally tried to go and return it to GameStop to get a new one, but they didn't listen to her and they said she did it herself. So she went back home. She had George take it apart, and George found the issue that was there. And so she then put it back together, and she had figured out how to take off the warranty sticker and be able to put it back on herself. So she was able to then send it back to the actual manufacturer, and they gave her a free one. And Nancy left a very self-righteous review to that GameStop.
Damn straight. I mean, other than the continued headcanon of the Drews being the reincarnation of Dirk Valentine and no. Am I saying the wrong thing? Yeah, Dirk Valentine and
Francis Humber.
Francis Humber? Okay. Yes. Yeah. That they're the reincarnation of them.
Okay.
Their daughter then finds the but also
I love that, because then that actually connects Nancy to that mystery instead of her solving another person's family's history like she is wont to do.
Exactly. But she doesn't even know she's connected to it, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. So that is Tumblr. Do we want to do Discord or Instagram next?
Let's do Discord.
Okay. So, we have been asked for a lot of different little things. So, let's go just headcanons about, and then there's a list. So, Poppy Dada. Headcanon for Poppy Dada is that she wears a beret.
I think definitely at the time of, when the game came out, you know what I mean? When we first started hearing, I think you have to contextualize her,
That's
through
true.
Who she would be placed currently, because she's just like Nancy and them are still the same age.
Yeah.
She would still be the same age, so, what's that age group like?
I mean, so...
I'm genuinely asking, honestly.
That's young Gen Z then, the 19 or so. Well, Poppy is even supposed to be younger, so she's bordering on Gen Alpha, really. So, I would say, which really goes with the Dadaism, to be honest. We've kind of gone full circle. So I would say that, she's probably on oh, that's what it is. She's on TikTok. She's got millions of followers on TikTok, and she's selling things through TikTok Shop. And she is beefing with people, but in a way where they've agreed to it beforehand. They're all trying to farm the engagement. So I think that's what's happening. She's really big on TikTok and farming the algorithm.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Miles the Magnificent... Oh, sorry. You have more?
No, it's okay. No, I'm good.
Miles the Magnificent Memory Machine.
Okay. So, any of y'all know the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's?
I think many people do. Yes.
So, basically, I had canon that Miles is imbued with the spirit of Joy's father, whatever his name was. I can't remember. I know we get told it explicitly, but it's not coming out.
Okay. I will take that, and I will then also apply it with Full Metal Alchemist rules. He has bound his soul to Miles the Magnificent Memory Machine. That's not a real machine. He bound his soul to it. So he didn't have to program it. It's not like complete riddles. He's just being weird and talking like that now so that she doesn't realize that it's him. And that's why Miles the Magnificent Memory Machine works as well as it does, despite the fact that when the game came out, there's no way that you could have gotten artificial intelligence that was that, actually accurate to what text you're putting in.
I gotta tell you, definitely not. Mm-mm.
So, just saying.
I talked to Smarter Child, okay? And the one before that.
It was Smart Child, then Smarter Child. I think.
Okay.
Oh my god. You're so, oh my god. Oh, that's beautiful.
So just like, it doesn't make any sense. No.
So I love this idea now, and this is now just canon to me, that his soul was bound to Miles' Magnificent Memory Machine. The end.
Yes. The end.
Yep, that one's just added now. That's like a pop-up that just came up that said like new lore or something like that.
Right? It's like, okay, that's in there now.
That's in there now. Yeah.
Fits nicely.
Okay, and then Where Are They Now, Waverly Girls? Okay, well, first off, Corrine. She's still, I don't think she's in prison.
No,
but
honestly,
she's definitely was, maybe had an ankle, a bracelet an anklet for a while.
She definitely, I think they definitely, they did detain her for a certain amount of time. But, I feel like she, being who she is, very quickly was, finding deals in there and just, getting time off for good behavior. She would snitch so fast, man.
Obviously.
That kind of shit gets you out fast.
It's true.
But it also puts a fucking target on your back, so you guys don't snitch in prison.
It's true. Snitches get stitches. Leela
it's you versus the guards, okay? Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's true. Leela is now a rugby player at her university, and she has a very cute girlfriend. Yes.
And through the community, they go on double dates with Lena and Patrick.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Because, you know. Oh, and pals. So Leela's girlfriend is also really smart, so that Lena has someone to talk to.
Yes.
It's true. I mean, Leela herself is very smart, but just, adding it in there. Oh my gosh, Leela's dating a girl on, the debate team. Why did I not think about that? Of course she is. I love that. But yes, I agree. Rachel and Kim are, they had to do a lot of legal fighting to be able to actually obtain their high school degree. And they separately had to, do their GED kind of a thing, but not completely do their GED. They had to, take some tests to prove that they both, could get their degree and, actually earn it instead of it being half and half. And so they did that, but then they were able to, utilize, I'm just gonna keep saying TikTok, because if we're talking about them all as it's happening today, they had some kind of viral thing going that got them funded.
Yeah, I would like to throw in though that because they got that viral success and everything, they were able to acknowledge and seek help with their codependency issues.
It's so true.
Just
they have they have a single TikTok account that they share. That's just called Bachel. Yeah, it's Rachel and Bachel, obviously. Kim, who's heard of her?
Duh.
But yes, I think that definitely. Izzy, is she went to Yale and immediately just went head first into sororities, and just was fuck it, and has somehow amassed, like, 5 million, like, organization things on her CV, but she's got, like, a 3.0. Which I know to most people, 3.0 is still fine, but for her, it's not. That's a B average.
She
I'm just saying.
Is excellent. She excels.
And then Mel is the last one. What do you think?
I like to think. Because, like, I feel like there's I like to think, and then there's what I could more likely see progressing.
Yes.
What I like to think is she, you know, goes on and she becomes a music teacher, and she, like, you know what I mean? She like lets go of any rigidity that, like, she had to, I don't know how to put it. But basically I feel like she ends up, like, just like unhappy in an orchestra. You know what I mean? Where she's like third string or something, and it's
yeah. She realizes that she's a big fish in a small pond, and so now that she's in the big pond, she feels like a small fish, and it really makes her reevaluate everything when she's in college. She, like, is like, if I'm not a good cellist, if I'm just mediocre, then what am I? And
what am I? The goth girl?
Exactly. Exactly. And she's like, I'm not even the only goth celloist in the orchestra. I don't even have that going for me. So I like to think that, yes, she goes to college. She starts majoring in, like, actual music, thinking she's going to go straight into an MFA. Halfway through, she realizes that, like, this isn't what she wants. She doesn't want to be the prodigious, like, cello player. She doesn't want to be doing all of that. That's so much work, and they would make her not be goth while doing it. So, yeah, she instead pivots to doing an education degree and realizes that she actually really enjoys teaching because she started, like, tutoring. Oh my gosh, she started tutoring in college. And like, with the tutoring with music and stuff. And so then she realized how much she enjoyed mentoring. And so, yeah, then she moves over and starts majoring in education and goes into being a high school music teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I agree. Okay, a headcanon for Shorty. Shorty. That's not even his accent. He doesn't even speak like that. He put it on. He actually speaks very much like this. He's just like, actually. So he just put on the other voice so that he would fit in with Blanche.
Exactly. He thought it would make him sound tougher and, like, you know, but also, like, unassuming so that they can, you know, be like, oh, it's fine, we don't have to worry about him.
Exactly. They were like, just another one of those cowboys, Winky. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Cowboy culture.
Yeah. You know how it is. What is Ned studying in college?
Communications?
That sounds about right. I was going to say business, but it felt bad. It felt mean to say business. So communications, I like that. It's that or, like, marketing. No, he started going to school for journalism. That's what it was. That's what we came up with. Journalism. Originally.
I feel like he transitioned from that just
to communications.
Because
he felt bad. He was like, I have to be investigative. I don't want to. It makes people sad. So then he moved from journalism into communications. Exactly. What would have happened if on cases if Nancy didn't show up? Specifically, Matt in Haunting of Castle Malloy, Laurie in the train, and Annie of Spy. Okay, Matt, Haunting of Castle Malloy, she just keeps him as a human pet forever.
Yeah, I mean,
like, what else is gonna happen?
Right? Like, Fiona was feeding him.
She was feeding him.
Spoilers for the end of...
We've spoiled everything. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much... Yeah, so she's taking care of him.
Yeah. It's fine. Maybe he also, like, grows to, like, understand her. Maybe she starts using English again, like, listening to him talk to her. Maybe she starts, like, trying it out again. Like, she starts being able to communicate. They get to really, like, know each other. And then, like, she's able to help him out. But he tells Kyler, like, he's fine and everything like that. But he's like, I really think that Fiona needs me, but with a Liverpudlian accent.
Yes.
You know? Just like...
Yes.
And also just be like, I think we need... Oh my gosh. Ending of the movie of fried green tomatoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's what happens.
Yes. Fucking yes.
Yep.
Oh, it would have been so much better without Nancy.
It would have been. It's true. I'm just, that's it. There it is. Okay. Lori in Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. I mean, she just wouldn't have found it. Like, no one else was going to find it. So, like, she just never found it. Like, there's nothing to that. She just pretends to go missing. And then when it doesn't work, no one finds her.
Honestly, she may just die out there. That's probably what happens.
But if she's still in the back. Like, she's still in the caboose. Just no one finds her. Like, she just gets mad. And then, like, when they get to the next stop, she just, like, throws everyone out and is like, I'm gonna tell everyone about you all and how you're all charlatans. You're all fake. And then she goes on TikTok because, again... It's you know what? Let's just move. She's on TikTok and she's like,
hold on.
Okay, yes, holding on.
Hold on.
My horses are held.
I just need to make sure that we're clear. Nancy's not there, but the Hardy Boys are still there.
There's that, yeah.
So it becomes a Hardy Boys mystery instead.
You're right, it does.
That's all.
Yeah, that's true. Oh well. I still like that she just goes to TikTok and she just completely, like, ruins all of their lives by being like, and I have receipts. And then she goes and just details all. And here's what I sent to Charlena, and here's what her new book said. See that there are whole passages lifted? It's word for word. And, like, she has it up on the screen, and she's doing the green screen thing.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And then Tino asked me on a date, and he actually ghosted me. Maybe that's because he had a small penis.
Yeah.
Any of Silent Spy. Nothing would have happened without her there. She was the only reason that the plot happened. That they dragged her there. If they hadn't dragged her there, none of this would have happened. Right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It like was the terrorist attack always gonna happen?
I don't think so, though. Like, the whole thing is that, like, they're just using her.
Like, so, are they using her just for the hell of using her? Or are they using her because that's how they can commit their terrorist act and they can just use somebody else?
I think they literally
Since they do have files on other people. Like,
yeah.
They're going to have files on people that we don't know that have files. So it's like...
But it is all about Kate, and so then it's all about Nancy. And, like, the only person who could have solved those things was Nancy because of Kate, which is so stupid because, like, you can't always be like father, like mother, like daughter, right? Like, you can't guarantee that. But thankfully they did have, their spies, so they were able to collect the information and be like, yep, she takes after her mother and looks exactly like her for some fucking reason. I mean, to be fair, like, a lot of people look like carbon copies of one of their parents. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Especially when I work with the population I work with. There are some children who come in and you're like, oh, mom's genes didn't try at all. You look exactly like dad. Like, there's a 10-month-old in my care right now who looks exactly like his father, despite the fact that he is 10 months old and his father is in his 30s. I'm like, you look like a 30-year-old man. He's almost tall enough, too. He's a very tall baby. So yeah, I don't think anything would have happened if Nancy hadn't gone to Scotland. That's what I have to say. I think that the plot wouldn't have happened. Are there any other games where we want to think about what happened if Nancy didn't show up, or do we want to move on?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Who was the girl on the other end of the phone call with Ned in Midnight in Salem, and what was going on with that? It's just a girl from his university, and they were cheating.
Yep. Period.
Yeah. Oh, chat asks, how about Ghost of Thornton Hall if Nancy never showed up? They all would have died in a fire. The end.
Would the fire have even...
Yeah. Because, I mean, Harper was still there, burning stuff downstairs when she shouldn't have been. So, yes, there would have been a fire.
Yeah,
and
but maybe
everyone
she
would
would
have
have
died.
Maybe she would have been more attentive without Nancy bugging her all the time.
It's true. Then maybe there was a fire and only Clara died. Honestly, seems about right. And then Jessalyn would have blamed herself for the rest of her life, become an alcoholic, you know. So we took the girl on the other end of in med. That's just he's just cheating, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Why is Carson in Nancy's phone as a golf ball? I think it's a joke because they maybe used to do daddy-daughter days where they would go mini golfing. And so it was just a cute thing that they did.
Maybe.
That's my thought.
I mean, we've never seen Carson. Maybe he's bald. And it's just a little dig on Dad.
Yeah, I mean, I do always see him as played by what's his name? You know.
Right.
From
Kenneth Mars.
Yeah. I cannot remember that actor's name, like, ever. Someone will remind us. I always want to say it's, like, Enrico something, but it's not.
I think it is. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're moving forward.
Do any of the Clue crew have phobias? I think Bess has a lot of phobias, actually.
Many. Absolutely.
I think Bess has, she's very anxious. She's got anxiety, that girl.
Yeah.
And I think Ned is claustrophobic.
But he is also, thalassophobic.
Yeah.
Because that's just, he is earthbound, you know what I mean?
Yes.
He is not going out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And I think George now has a fear of monkeys. That's my thought. Or, I guess, as chat says, George has a phobia of inadequacy because of Ran. I think monkeys because of Ran, but that's just me, I guess.
I keep having the dream doctor. They keep throwing things at me.
What forms of social media would the Clue crew use, and what would their accounts look like? Okay, first off, Nancy has no social media at all.
No, none whatsoever.
She has absolutely nothing. She barely even answers texts.
There is an old Facebook page that has been inactive since the day after she created it. Yeah. So it's sitting there with her name on it, but there's nothing on it at all.
Yeah, it's still the default, and you know, definitely. I think George has a TikTok where she shares informative things about, here's what you need to know about doing this specific electrical engineering thing. And then she, brings out diagrams and she does the whole thing and she, shows you. I think that's what George does. It's all about, the science communication. Bess has every single social media.
True. She has a YouTube, as well, because she she has a set of videos she does, like, ever so often, where it's, like, the history of certain, fashion stylings. Real cute and kitschy, and just, like, 10 minutes tops, and then bam, but she, does a lot of, like, random, like, showcases of things she's found.
This whole, like, outfit of the day, like,
yes,
a week outfit of my outfits throughout the week, and then she does, like, a cute thing every single day where she shows off, like, her thing where she's going. Yes. With the links, obviously. Down in the, and the links are in the caption. And Ned has Reddit, but he only frequents, like, very specific niche communities that are just, like, incredibly harmless.
Yes.
That's what I think. I don't think he posts on anything.
No.
Really.
He just, I think, just handyman.
Just like DIY stuff, He has an Instagram, and he favorites a lot of, like, DIY hack reels, but he doesn't do anything on there otherwise. Though he does always, like George and Bess's, like, stories and stuff like that. He's, like, immediately after they post it.
Yeah.
Yes. He's just always, like, hyping them up. He does not know how to use TikTok, though.
No, he does not.
No. He used to have a Twitter, and he's too afraid to delete it, but he also is too afraid to open it.
Yeah.
Because there were too many porn bots, and he felt like he was, like, being attacked every time. He tried to use Blue Sky, but it was like, is this even worth it? Yeah. He got it when it was still invite only, and, like, you can only do it from links, and he just never went back. Because he was like, there's no one here. And then he never went back.
Yeah.
That's my thought. Yeah. One more from Discord. Which canon couples in the series will stand the test of time? Think Kyler and Matt, Hugh and Linda, Henry and Summer. None of those. Literally none of those three that you just listed.
Absolutely none of them.
Kyler and Matt break up, like, 5 years into the marriage because he doesn't grow up, and she realizes that he's never going to.
Yeah.
Hugh is cheating on Linda with his ex-wife. She finds that out after she realized, like, so she finds out what Jane is doing. They go to family counseling. In family counseling, she realizes they need to go to couple counseling because he was taking Jane's side on everything. And then when they get into couples counseling, they then, like, it comes out that he's cheating on her. And so she just cuts ties and leaves and goes back home. And everyone is so happy because they have been telling her since she moved there that this wasn't right.
Yes.
And then after it all came out with Jane and stuff, she was like, oh, I mean, no, she's just 12. She wasn't meaning anything about it. It's not her fault. She had a whole, like, her mother did this and this and this. And it's like, girl, really? And then I like to think that Henry and Summer broke up as soon as Crystal Skull ended. She did then, like, get back together with him, like, 3 separate times, but every single time she then just continued abusing him, so he was like, no, I've had it. And
every single time he wrote a wonderful new song about it somehow.
It's true. And now he's living his best bi life with his boyfriend, and they moved to Portland for the music scene. I don't know. Seattle is what I meant to say, but Portland works as well.
Portland works.
Yeah, he and his boyfriend went to Portland to do alt music.
Yeah.
Any other couples?
I'm trying to think. I'm sure there. Mary, Yazzie, and Tex.
Well, they get married.
They are solid as a rock.
It's true. Yeah, nothing wrong with them. In fact, they then
fight, but it's
oh
like,
my gosh,
it's all
they become
very...
foster parents. They become foster parents.
Oh.
And then they have, like, one incredibly, like, quote-unquote tough foster kid that they, like, really get to. And then, even though he's a teenager, they adopt him. And he's 17. And he's so happy. And Tex hugs him. And when when he adopts him, I love it. I love it. I'm there. Yep. You can't convince me otherwise.
No, it's good.
I love it. Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah, I love it. Okay.
And they use horse therapy with their foster children.
And that's part of why they work so well with, like, the foster community and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah. Okay, that's it for Discord. So let me move on to Instagram.
Dad, can I go riding? Nope.
Okay. Nancy is actually immortal. That's why she never dies. What do we have to say about that?
Yes. I mean, obviously. It's that, or, like, she gets do-overs. Like...
Oh my god.
Like, I don't know, like, not like Kenny, but, like...
More like, she's very Life is Strange. She actually has time powers. So she can, like, stop things and move back in time before something went wrong. Like, I think that is a really good way of looking at specifically like Ghost of Thornton Hall and the way those final, like, those fatal error ones are. I think that really, like, gives it... Oh my gosh, okay. All of those, like, good news, bad news ones is because she actually... Prior to the ones where it just goes like, you made a fatal error, she actually was being saved by some kind of deity every time.
Yes.
Who would then be like, okay, bad news, this happened, good news, this happened. And then they were like, okay, you keep trying to kill yourself a lot. I am busy doing other things. So I'm just going to grant you the ability to move back in time yourself. Be careful with it. And then every time she she gets so close to dying, she's able to stop time and move back to what she was doing before that happened.
Yes.
And someday it'll catch up to her, but right now she's doing okay.
Yeah.
We just won't talk about any kinds of things that may happen because of that fact, but, you know, that's my thought on the matter.
That is a butterfly wing, for another day.
Exactly. Do you think they all stay friends when they're in their 30s? Is Nancy still a detective? I don't think Nancy is ever going to consider herself a detective. Like, really? No. She's just going to go through life being like, I'm an amateur, actually. And to her, being a detective is just like, that's just like her hobby. Like, she's not a detective. She just, like, solves crimes. She's like, I'm not a detective.
She just likes finding stories, so she goes into investigative journalism. Are you good? Are you good?
She goes, I'm not a detective, I'm just autistic. That was my brain. That was what my brain was. It's like, I'm not looking to, like, solve mysteries to, like, bring someone to I just want to know the answers. And you know what? That would be so valid.
Yeah, you know what? I think she just decides to settle down into a career of some kind.
Or she just goes Miss Marple.
Yeah, well, I think because mysteries always find her. So she's just constantly having them come to her, and she's like, no, oh, but people are missing this, ooh, shoot.
Yeah. But yeah, I think so. But who else? In 5 years, I think we've already talked about, I'm pretty sure that Bess just becomes, like, a YouTuber, TikToker who does fashion content, and everyone loves her.
Yes.
She ends up actually, funnily enough, she does a collab with Minette. No, not Minette, but Heather. she does a collab with Heather McKay at one point, and they, like, both make a lot of money off of it. But she then, like, they stop talking because they're, like, some shady stuff happens between, and Bess doesn't actually get fully paid for the deal that they made. And so then the rest of the time, they're just, like, silently beefing.
Yes.
George just works in tech. And she's having to spend all of her time trying to convince tech bros that AI isn't going to solve the problems they think.
Yes. That's just a given.
Yeah.
She's
and
really
Ned,
tired of having to do it already.
Yeah. And Ned settles down with a nice woman who...
Yes.
Is just, you know...
Her name is Sarah, but just S-A-R-A.
Yes. No H. Yeah. Next. Fiona's and Denal's backstories. I mean, I think we know Fiona's backstory.
Yeah.
Her dad blew them up and she survived, so she went and lived with a hermit in the woods until the hermit died. And then she lived on her own. Yeah, and she just went feral like it was Island of the Blue Dolphins. I just made probably a lot of, like, probably just millennials go, ow, by bringing up Island of the Blue Dolphins.
Right.
Apologies. I'm there with you. 4th grade was hard. I don't know if it was 4th grade for everyone, but I know a lot of people in the U.S. also read that book. Yeah, that was rough. That's a rough book to have, like, 9-year-olds read. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was just... Okay, sorry. That's
They're
so off topic.
Dolphins.
But Denal's backstory? I don't know, man. He just works there. So he was originally working there before everything happened. He was like a stable boy. And it was very cute. We'll think like, okay, but consider like Anastasia.
I was gonna say.
Anastasia. He was like Dimitri. Yes. But sadly, Fiona didn't come back until she was very old. So then he makes it his duty to help her regain a bunch of stuff. Yeah. So that's my thought. Maybe they used to like play together when they were younger. I like to think that they played together and they were like kind of friends, but they couldn't like say they were friends because of like class stuff. And also because everyone was like, Brendan was, you know, working for the wrong side and stuff. So no one was letting, like, they don't know which side of the war he's on. So you can't talk to the family. And he and Fiona were like friends. And that's my thought.
Yeah. He could never stray too far from there. Because he wouldn't say it, but it definitely haunted him.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Oh my gosh. And then we also got one that just says Fiona Malloy. Good news. We already talked about Fiona. Filona. What happened to Isis the Wolf? She was taken in by a wolf rescue and is now used for content about conservation because she can't be released back into the wild. She was too, like, trained on humans, like to be around humans. It's not really safe. Yeah. So instead now she's used as an educational wolf to talk about like what wolves need and like what it's like and why you don't interact with wild animals like that, you know. Mm-hmm. And she's so small. So it's, you know, like they're just going to talk about that too. Talk about like, you know, a normal wolf is this big and they have one. But as you can see, what can happen is you can get small wolves. But this is still a wolf, and this wolf is still a deadly predator.
Yeah. Guadalupe helps make videos.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, that's...
And then our last one is just Gray and Nico, big eyes. The eyes emoji. Like the, you know, the one I use all the time.
Yes.
Gray and Nico. I mean, I think everyone knows our opinion on Gray and Nico.
Feels well documented.
They're boyfriends. They were boyfriends in college. Yeah. They were boyfriends at university. They then continued to just be friends, even though Gray was in love with him the whole time. And Gray was like noticing him going down. He's like, you're being too, one track mind. You're being too, you're losing sight of what this is all about bringing technology to the people. You're getting way too lost in it. I'm worried about you. And then Nico was just like, no, if you're not with me, then you're against me. And so he really started stonewalling him and just not letting him talk to him and stuff like that. And so they distanced each other, and Gray was like, I'm so worried about you. And then Nico just didn't listen, and he died. And then Gray had to just kind of live with it.
Yep. Not that we've put a lot of thought into this or something.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I mean, to be fair, I've sounded really convincing about most of the things that have come off the top of my head, but this one is one where we've thought about it quite a bit. So those are our headcanons. We would love to hear your headcanons any way that you want to get a hold of us, but mostly Discord is where you can find us. The Discord and Instagram. That's pretty much it. I mean, if you want to contact us elsewhere, that's fine.
Yeah. And, you can find us on Spotify and is
Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts is still a thing. Okay. Yeah. And YouTube, and you can leave us comments in those places.
You can.
About this episode.
It's true. I actually have really enjoyed the Spotify comments we've been getting, because it's things like, oh, fuck yeah. You know what? That makes my fucking day when you guys leave stuff like that. So.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you guys want to support us monetarily, you can do so. You are in no way obligated to do, but you can subscribe to us on Twitch, or you can support us on patreon.com. Pretty much all of the funds we raise from Twitch and Patreon go into games that we play on stream. So if you specifically want us to play a game, you can let us know and give us money to do so. But yeah, so as a reminder, I'm Risa.
And I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters, and we're asking you guys to stay sleuthy. And oh my god, please stay listening, because this was long.